Good afternoon. Just want to start by saying thanks to the city of Toledo and thanks to our community and certainly our students for what a unbelievable day in the Glass Bowl Saturday. Great crowd, one of the largest in the history of our, storage, program. So I'm really proud of that. Really difference maker for our football team to come out of that tunnel and see a football stadium packed, and the energy that was in the Glass Bowl Saturday has been second to none since I've been a part of this program. So hats off to the students and the community for supporting our team. As far as the game goes, game MVPs for us offensively, Michael Roberts, outstanding game, 3 touchdowns, 2-point conversion, one of his better football games, continues to get better each and every week. Certainly has some growth and room for improvement to get done, and I know he will, but has been really outstanding at this point in this season. Defensively, Trayvon Mathis, interception, got his hand on another ball, had, some tackles, graded out about 93%, I believe, just under 93. Pretty, high level of play at corner. Special teams with Josh Teachy, a couple really good plays on the kickoff team, and was 13 out of 14 in all his snaps on special teams. So those are our team MVPs for the game. Turn our focus this week to Central Michigan, a great football team, a physical team that's won on the road and won a couple tough football games, winning at Northern Illinois, and then obviously going to Oklahoma State early in the year and winning that football game I thought was big. I think John's done a great job with that program in the short time that he's been able to be there, continuing a tradition and of excellence and a physical brand of football, a team that we like I said, we got a lot of respect for and know we'll have our work cut out for us this weekend.
How difficult is this stretch? You come off obviously a very emotional victory against your rivals, and you have to bounce right back, and this is a really tough test.
It is. It is a really tough test, and just as leading into the BG week, it's you got to reset your emotions. You got to reset your psyche and really get down to put last week behind you and get down to what really lies ahead, because you have a very competitive team, like you said, coming in this weekend that is good on offense and good on defense, and is very stout on special teams as well. So in all 3 phases they can challenge you, but certainly be a tough challenge for our guys to get reset and get into game mode this week and get going for a tough opponent. But certainly something I think we know how to do.
So the game going back and forth like that last week, what's the things you learned about your team?
Yeah, it just I think the biggest thing is what our players learned is to be poised and composed when it matters the most. Like life, throughout the course of a football game, things are going to go your way, and sometimes they're not going to go your way. They're going to be very trying and difficult times, and you got to be able to bounce back and get off the mat and keep playing. And you in this game, it can humble you one play, and the next minute you can be the hero. So you can't get too high and you can't get too low when things go really good or things go really bad. You got to try to maintain that middle point, because the very next play somebody's going to come back and challenge you. So I learned a lot about our senior leadership and the drive, and certainly hats off to them, winning 7 straight games over your arch rival, being able to leave this program and the rest of their lives, will always be able to carry that with them. So I thought that was pretty outstanding.
What has changed from last year for Michael Roberts going into now this year? He's a beast.
Well, he'll probably tell you playing time and throwing him the ball. But no, I think Mike, his maturity is when you go from a 30 or 40 play a game guy to a 60 or 70, one of 2 things can happen. You can either take your preparation to a whole nother level and own it because your team is totally counting on you, or you can still play at that same level you were last year and you hope that somebody can take the load off of you. Alex Amalik was a great player last year for us, and those guys had a really complemented each other really well. And I think in preseason camp, Jordan Fisher starting to come on, going to get some reps, and then he goes down with an injury. And kind of, other than Adam Coulon, who has his own role on our team, but Adam and Mike are 2 different guys. We don't have a ton of depth at that position. So, I think when Jordan's injury happened a little bit, I think Mike kind of the light popped on a little bit that it's me and me only, and he's embraced it. He's certainly playing well. But like I mentioned before, I think there's a lot of things he's got to work on and he's got to improve, and he'd tell you the same. But when you got big dreams and big goals in football, the work never stops.
In the same scenario as last week, basically, where you won 6 straight against this team, do you go in preparing a bit differently, a different mindset, or is it the same?
No, I think it's the same. You got to respect each and every opponent you got, and understand what their strengths are and what their weaknesses are, and certainly, you know, their strengths are that they are a proven team and they're a veteran group that has, like I said, gone on the road and won tough games. You know, they're going to come in here and expect to win. Some of the teams we've played early in the year, I don't know if they totally expected to go in and win the game. This one will. So, you know, our preparation doesn't change. We're still in a 7-day week this week. I know that gets flipped as we get moving forward here, but we're still in it for one more week of a 7-day preparation, and we need each and every day to be rock solid.
How do you prepare for a quarterback as dynamic as Cooper Rush? How do you prepare for that?
Yeah, he's got to be sound. You got to be assignment sound. You got to be gap sound. You got to do it. You got to play good 11-man unit defense. And he's a tremendous player. His accolades and his accomplishments throughout his career are, the list is long. And you know, we got to find a way to get him uncomfortable and you know, throw him out of his rhythm with his receivers and just do our best job of, you know, of playing good, solid Toledo defense.
Were there some things that concerned you following the Bowling Green game? Because defensively, at least, because you guys were beat by a team that hadn't had a ton of success offensively.
Well, I think there are some things to improve on each and every week, whether, you know, we won the football game by everybody else's expectations or our expectations to win the game. There are some things you got to improve on. You know, there's some things that got to be improved on after BYU. There are things that got to be improved on after a one-sided Fresno game or a one-sided Maine game as well. You know, championship teams are never a finished product till it's over. And I'm pretty sure down at Alabama right now they're working on getting better. And that's no different than what we're trying to do here. So, yeah, I think there's things throughout the course of a game that, you know, certainly you want to take off the film, and we got to highlight those. But we can't stress out and worry about everything that just happened because like I said, we have a very tough opponent coming in here Saturday. We got to focus on too.
Do you have injury updates on Elijah and Mike Ebert?
Yeah, we'll see what that looks like and how that turns out today. It's kind of wait and see for both of those guys, and you know, hope and pray for the best as we move forward here. But you know, probably know more by the end of the week whether they'll be able to go or not.
What kind of injury do they have?
Elijah's got a knee. You know, it's pretty obvious to see there when he went down, and Mike is, you know, in his lower or upper, right around his knee area as well. And I don't know how serious that'll become in the next few days here. So we got to, you know, do the best job of getting them back as best we can and see if they'll be able to go Saturday.